prison. See, life has a way of crowding in and threatening to extinguish what promised to be a great future. And I want to talk to some of the people who life has crowded in on your dream. That God has said something to you in the light that you now struggle to believe in the dark. I want to say to somebody, don't doubt in the dark what God has promised you in the light. That when God makes a promise, his promises are yea and amen. It shall come to pass. But when you're going through the night season of your life and you're dealing with rejection and ridicule and drama and craziness, and I thought me and honey was going to be on marital bliss for 20 years. Oh my God. You thought things were going to go a certain way. And so what happens is sometimes the cares of the world start choking out and extinguishing what you hope for. So what you're looking at in Jeremiah's very curt words is a person who is mourning the death of his expectations. Have you ever had to mourn the death of your expectations? Have you ever had to finally accept that things were not exactly the way you thought? Sometimes when you're mourning, when your expectations don't come about the way you think, it creates in us anger and bitterness and cynical. Sometimes when we meet people, we see people in church, they become angry and bitter and cynical. The real problem is that they're mourning the death of their expectations. I expected things to go a certain way, and it didn't happen the way I thought. I expected my life to be different by now, and it didn't happen. I expected to be married by now. Yeah. Or I expected to stay married by now. Yeah. I expected my ministry to be at a certain place by now. I'm looking at the clock. I'm looking at the calendar. The days go by. I expected this thing to be changed. I expected my business to be at a certain level by now. I thought at least by now I would be settled and secure. And then when life doesn't go the way you expected, it can make you angry, it can make you bitter, and it can make you cynical. And if you're not careful, it'll make you a hater. See, we're not always honest, sis, because the truth be told, when people watch us on social media and they watch us on Instagram and Facebook and we see them smiling and grinning and winning all the time, it'll make you kind of mad because you're enamored with their success, but you don't know anything about their struggle. And we feed into it ourselves because we tend to show people our successes, but they never know our struggle. And when you become acquainted with people's successes and not the struggle, it can make you a hater. Because the truth be told, everybody's got a struggle. But what we do, I got 2 claps, 3 claps. Everybody's got a struggle. But what happens is we tend to show people the highlight reels of our life. Anybody know what I'm saying? The highlight reel is like those football games on ESPN where you get to see the gameplay of the day. And they show you the guy that jumps across the line at the goal, right? He's running down the field and he jumps across the line. Or he shows you the guy that's doing slam dunks. Or he shows you the guy that hits the ball out of the park. What you didn't see was the fumbles, the sacks, the fouls, the missteps, the mistakes, the issues, the problems. So if you just focus on people's highlight reel, it'll make you think, what's wrong with me? Because when you see other people, it looks like they're always winning. So it feels like, God, you are favoritism to other people. Must be something special about them. Because my marriage has not been that good for 30 years. Oh my God, I appreciate you and honey posting pictures on Facebook. Every time I see y'all just grinning and smiling, and we're in Aruba and we're in Canada and we're going to dinner and we having lunch, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what's wrong with my marriage? Listen, when it'll make you mad. You'll look at your husband and say, what's wrong with you? Mary got roses. She gets roses every day. What you don't know is that Mary and Fred had an argument just last night that almost tore up the whole house. But see, you're enamored with the highlight reels. And so Jeremiah began to become cynical because this is not what I expected. What do you do when your life does not turn out the way you thought? What do you do when the ministry doesn't turn out the way you thought? What do you do when you have to lay your hopes to rest? Your dreams to rest. I'm trying to take my time here, and we got all month to talk about it, so I'm not even going to rush through it. I'm going to stay right here on this point, because somebody in this room right now, the reason you're so cynical and angry and hard to get along with is because you have seen your expectations die.